we're not talking about even normal improbability, right? I think I've seen someone say this is something like shooting an arrow across the entire distance of the universe and hitting a target at the bullseye level. So you're talking about fantastically improbable odds of this kind of thing somehow occurring by chance. And therefore, I think our conclusion here is this, and that is that there was an argument from design advanced in a fairly simple way in the early 19th century. Maybe that version of the argument has to be modified or maybe even has been discredited. But I think what we're saying is that there is a new argument from design arising out of the most complex knowledge of modern physics, modern cosmology, chemistry, and biology. And this is an argument that it's very difficult for the skeptics and the atheists to refute because it is standing foursquare in the middle of the most cutting-edge findings of modern science.
Yes, I would agree. And that's why I think that when a man like Lee Cronin comes and says that information came from outside the cell, that's huge. Because information is the source of this. And when you look in the scriptures and it says, in the beginning was the Word, information.
Logos.
And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. I mean, this is amazing. He starts with information. In the beginning was the Word. This information, word is information. It's a bunch of letters strung together that give you now information. God is information. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we saw His glory. Glory is of the only begotten from the Father, full of grace and truth. This is amazing. It starts with the information, and that's what they're saying. Somewhere that information came.
And I think if I can close on this note, I think it teaches us as Christians not to be resistant to science or afraid of it. I think you get a little bit of both in some elements of Christianity. Somehow the belief that these scientists are up to some kind of atheist hocus pocus, but rather to approach science and to approach the scriptures with that sense of wonder, but also a kind of critical mind to see the ways in which these two books, if I can say, that God has written, the book of Scripture, but also the book of nature, that these books are telling us the same story in different ways.